So basically, what we also learned from yesterday's phone call was that whoever that shill was who called me back, because see, I didn't stay on the line and just get whoever. I opted to have a call back, hoping that Lutnick or Musk or Bassett would have one of their shills call me, and it certainly appears to be the case. When they referred me over to the local office and told me to tell them it was a basically an emergency because I wasn't receiving benefits, they implicated the local office in the schemes because they know I'm going to go in and tell that local office that my disabilities are from crimes committed by my employer and his former healthcare board member father. That it falls under domestic violence and child sex trafficking since he's part of Epstein's Iran-Contras cabal that trafficked me as a kid. Okay? They would not have referred me to the local office unless they knew the people at the local office were going to cover their ass and not make the mandated criminal referral to the Governor Hochul's federal investigators, the New York AG and the Vermont AG and the state police and Cousy and whoever else, whoever they're mandated to report it to. They knew they would make me fill out a bunch of forms and then send me to one of Paul Dragon's local shills who would ultimately try to cover everybody's ass. Of course, even if I did go in there to do all that, that shit wouldn't happen until after the damn court date, which it's not a court date. It's probably just going to be a deposition, and I don't know. It could be they're going to arrest everybody the night before, and that I will be testifying at. Doesn't mean that all the defendants will be there. I may just give testimony that's going to get handed to the judge to keep everybody remanded in their jail cells until trial, or establish that it is federal so that they can be sent over with Diddy to the Metropolitan, since they are, in fact, defrauding New York Medicaid. This is a case that is so big that Vermont is not going to want to deal with this case. Vermont is going to let New York prosecutors take this case to have the taxpayers and the resources and the big fancy lawyers with lots of different specialties who can handle it. I know that from calling the Erie County Attorney's Referral Service. She says, you've got a case, but it's so big, nobody in Buffalo. If Buffalo can't handle it, if no firm in Buffalo can handle it, she said, you need a big New York City firm who has lots of different attorneys specializing in a lot of different fields who can help you. So my guess is that's probably what's going to happen. All of you those of you who don't get killed before that date. And the officer said that date's not solid. It could be pushed back. It could be moved forward. But if they were going to push it back further, they would have let me know. I think they already knew what was coming down the pike, and they timed it just right. And Lance, your stupid ass better not shut down my P.O. box. You better give me that 10-day grace period. If you close that P.O. box out because it's not paid right on the fucking 1st or the 31st, especially when your motherfucking ass is already a fucking suspect, be an arrogant prick. Fuck around and find out. So basically, when she referred me to the local Social Security, she knew that they were going to cover for Trump's Social Security in Boston and Missouri and everybody else. She wouldn't have chanced it if she didn't know the whole damn place was, because you never know who you go in, you get a number, you don't know who's going to pull you unless they know they have a manager there, some supervisor who could arrange for me to get with a certain someone. It could be they were trying to do that, but either way, whoever I go in there, once I sit there and tell them that my disabilities are caused by ongoing felony violence by my attorney, employer, and ex-boyfriend, and my two ex-girlfriends who are tied to Epstein, and he's an Epstein defense attorney, they're just supposed to say, first of all, they're supposed to reinstate my benefits because they're not supposed to be disrupted. I'm not supposed to be taken care of by the prosecutors. Prosecutors are supposed to decide when my Social Security stops, and that would be after they get compensation from start seizing assets and can start paying collecting restitution. I don't know how it's going to work, but the gist of it is they're not supposed to stop those benefits until the criminal investigation prosecutors decide that. And when my injuries that are causing me to be disabled are from ongoing criminal medical negligence in fraud schemes and human trafficking and drug trafficking by Epstein's Iran-Contras partners in crime, which includes attorneys like my ex-boyfriend and employer who swore me in and immunized me, and they're killing people left and right. She's got to just refer that over to whatever, and they're supposed to reinstate my benefits. So when that lady I talked to, at whoever she was, could be she wasn't even at Social Security, especially when she kept telling me, well, we don't have a current address for you. I just gave it to her 4 fucking times, plus I gave it to him before. I already knew that was bullshit. And then when I mentioned I was just going to refer it over to the criminal investigation, oh, she got real fucking nervous and asked me for my address again so she could actually put it in there. Especially when I let her know they're listening to the fucking call. And then she thought, oh, she'll just go on in there and do a medical review and let us investigate ourselves. No, you don't get to do a medical review to cover your own ass. Special prosecutors and special victims units do that, what they already did. But all that's sealed. Remember? Because it's child sex trafficking. So they're gonna, the only reason why I'm still being gang stalked is they're gonna keep trying to do interventions. They're gonna keep fucking with me and fucking with me. And the closer we get hoping to coerce me, intimidate me, whatever, until that June 9th, and when every single instant blows up in their face, the closer we get to that June 9th date, the more bodies you're going to find. Or you're going to find a whole bunch all at once. And they've got a whole new crew here. A whole new crew. And I'm not worried about photographing them and posting it because I already know JAG and the investigators are all over it. And I want them to not know that I'm onto them, so they run their mouth and do stupid shit. Like when I was downtown yesterday, the motherfucker who took me into that trap. All over me yesterday. All over me today. I don't care what color you are. Cottonmall is black. Val and Jerry Demings are. For all I, Byron Brown, for all I know, you work for them. That Glenn, I do not give a shit. You're not going to get sympathy because you're LGBTQ, a person of color, autistic, female, none of that, homeless, whatever. That you're going to be judged more harshly as a sellout piece of shit. We expected the slaves hunting down Harriet Tubman to do that. Who helped them? Black bounty hunters working for the slaves. They were worse. That betrayal gets you fucking killed. So I do not give a damn if you drop dead because you climbed in bed with monsters to help keep the rest of us enslaved and in prison. John Brody, sellout motherfucker. There's plenty of others that are helping me, though you don't know about it because they know you're part of this, so they gotta keep their distance. They're keeping their distance so they can find out who you pieces of shit are. Helping Eric Adams and Byron Brown. And they got you. They got you. So it's hot as fuck out there. I'm probably just going to go down to Church Street and fly a sign, probably at one of those intersections where there's lots of traffic, so I can get the traffic. Um, and not that it's a big deal, it doesn't matter. Um, and I can stand in the shade if I need to. It's just, I need to get, I've got another shirt that's a lighter color, but it needs to be washed, and it's long sleeves. I got to take the sleeves off. I need to wash this, and I need to get an umbrella. If somebody could donate an umbrella, that would be awesome. Or just like conveniently leave it on the street or in the grass, where I will find it. That would be perfect. I need a milk crate too. So I may be downtown to Food Not Bombs to see if I can rustle up a milk crate I need a place to sit. And because the more I'm out there, the less pressure it takes off what few cars do stop and hand me a buck or two. So, and I don't mind. I like the exposure. A lot of people taking pictures of me with that sign. A lot of people. So I get a lot of attention and I get a lot of good work. I get a lot of thumbs up. I get a lot of well wishes. Sorry, I wish I had some cash to give you. So I don't mind doing it, but I do need some shade and a place to sit because it kills my feet, shuts my kidneys down. Um, but yeah, the whoever it was that was on that phone call implicated pretty much the top. So if nobody else, the top supervisors, and they're not the ones that do the applications and shit like that. Which actually, whoever I talk to should refer it to her supervisor, and the supervisor should contact whatever state and local law enforcement. So they fucked up yesterday. And I'm not worried about it. I know once I'm deposed, the right phone calls, I'm going to get my P.O. box back. I'm going to get everything I need, Vermont state ID, maybe a local Vermont bank account, and the SSI I'm supposed to be getting for stage 4 cancer, and whatever other benefits. And the more you cunts get in my face, the more you fucking motivate me. Every fucking time one of you fucking cunts are on the bus with me, trolling me, walking that fucking piece of shit Tom that works for CSI, that bow-legged, ball-headed motherfucker that's intimidating witnesses, basically, that walks around Church Street. I post this picture. That motherfucker needs to. Yeah, I just put a hit out on you, Tom, because I named you. There's a whole bunch of cops that want me quiet about certain shit, and you will be swept right along with everybody. They're going to let you sweep a few people. Then once you get rid of a few of their, like you did Al Hennessy, then they're going to get rid of you. Then after pieces of shit like you were gotten rid of, then they're going to get rid of the corrupt police officers that ran their mouths and fucked up. Then they're going to get rid of the fucking physician's assistants who fucked up and nurses. It ain't just the homeless PIs you got on me in the veterans like Glenn that are going to fucking end up like everybody, like the entire crew who got killed in that opening scene of Dark Knight. Probably the only ones that are going to be off limits are oligarchs that actually have big assets. I mean, they want the big fish. You know, they want, these some of these corrupt cops and whoever that I didn't manage to implicate are gonna, they're gonna want to have some bragging rights about catching some big fish. And they can't do that if I snitch them out. If I release the video on everything I filmed in Missouri, they're going to snitch on everybody, and then they all go down. That's what you get for fucking with an assassin star. And guess what? I can talk any shit I want to because I'm not sequestered. I can talk shit all fucking day long. You don't want to end up getting swept and end up floating in the fucking Lake Champlain or being, you know, having a fatal accident. I suggest you run your ass out to the state. You better find you a state police fucking annex or office, or you better go talk to the mayor or go talk to Sarah George or Governor Hochul or whoever. And I don't want to hear about, well, that's coercion. You're threatening to kill it. No, I'm actually giving you good legal counsel. I'm telling you the consequences of your actions if you don't go turn yourselves in and start cooperating with this investigation. I'm doing what Chad Cronin refuses to do. Oh, you can keep committing the crimes and keep trying to kill me, but I know how that movie plays out. I made the movies. They've all been digitally reformatted from VHS or 8mm. And people don't want that shit out. Judges, lawyers, their kids like Angela Busker and Gary L. Busker Jr., to name a few. There's a whole lot more than that. Take care. I know how they operate. So there's your there's your legal advice right there. Since Chad won't tell you the truth, I'm telling you, he'll kill you. He will use you and kill you just like he did me. If you think that little white privileged prick is loyal to anybody but himself, then you are sorely mistaken. That's why he picked you as homeless or people of color or criminals or whatever. Because you're expendable. When you end up dead, nobody's going to blink an eye.